What's up? How's everybody? What's up, nobody? Muffins? How are y'all? Happy Tuesday. Or is it because it's Tuesday? Is it really happy? I guess it depends on how you perceive it. Hopefully everybody's week's going good. Chilling. Sounds fun. I like to chill.
Hell yes.
Oh, Randy got it. Nice. Well, Randy, thank you for the 23 months on a 23-month streak. Much appreciated. That truly is. Saw one of the gate guys. How did that go? And muffins. What do you mean? You're struggling on the HTML JS login? Is that what you're struggling on? What you struggling on with it? What you break? What you break? Oh. But anyways, I've been debating hard about what to do tonight. I really have. I hate to admit it. I really do. But I actually kind of enjoyed Scum. Like the first time I played Scum, I did not like it. Ah, gotcha. Makes sense. I think I think I know what supplier you're talking about then. Because I think I've been there. I think I've been there one time to pick up stuff. If it's where I think you're talking about. Yeah. Gotcha. So you had to get one of the newer people. Gotcha. Well, I guess at least it wasn't on the same property, I guess. Seems like you're not getting the form from HTML pop-up to pass to the index.js to pass to the server for processing. Gotcha. So it's an HTML pop-up form and you try to pass it. So is it just raw HTML and JavaScript, or are you using a framework? Raw. Yeah, that makes it more fun. I'm assuming using a framework would be considered cheating. Oh, I keep eyeballing my stuff, and I'm like, I really need to start coding that stuff again. But then I keep going, but Fourth Wall hasn't released what I need them to release yet, so I can wait. Although I should probably take the time to figure out why my OAuth is broken, but I'll do that at some point. I'll do that at some point. So interesting. Senior project client. I mean, okay, so here's my all right. Muffins, here's my take on ChatGPT. All right. And I'm pretty sure I've said that here before too. I believe ChatGPT is okay to use so long as it is guiding you and you're using it as a tool set. If you know what's going on and you're stuck trying to figure out why the components won't communicate with each other, ChatGPT will head you in the right direction. Where my problem with ChatGPT comes into play is when somebody knows zero, zip, nada, nothing about the code that they're trying to create, and they have ChatGPT do it for them, and then they go, why does this not work? But if you are using ChatGPT or even like not just ChatGPT, but even like in Visual Studio Code, like you can use the GitHub Copilot, and you have a AI in your IDE. Like I think that's fine, so long as it's not doing all the work for you and it's helping you get through hurdles. And nobody, honestly, with the Go XLR, it should just be the chat audio card that you select in Discord, if I remember correctly. It's been a while. But you should be able to go into Discord itself, select the chat audio card, and as long as you have uh only Discord passing through that card, then it will assign to the chat channel. That's weird. Like the mic doesn't register in the chat. Oh, you know what? I can't remember if there's routing in the Go XLR or not. I got you, Muffins. And you're just trying to get it to hook in. I wish I had some raw code for an example, but I don't. All I have is framework code, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I understand. I mean, it's one of those things. Yes, ChatGPT can be terrible when writing code. It can be a great tool or it can be a great hindrance, which is why I'm saying if you don't know what's going on, it is an absolute terrible idea to have ChatGPT write you anything code wise. If you know how it's supposed to work and you're trying to fix errors that are going on that you can't figure out, it's a great tool to get you steered in the right direction. It's a lot quicker and easier than a Google search. Because let me tell you, when I learned a lot of the coding stuff, it wasn't ChatGPT, it was Stack Overflow and how many tabs of Google searches I had opened across the screen to try to figure out how to fix the problem I was running into by finding somebody who was running into a similar problem with something totally different. So it was always fun. So that's where I say like AI makes things a little easier if you know what's going on. But what it sounds like without much more detail, it sounds like you're having the pop-up form pop up, but it's not communicating with the back end to write to the database. Because I'm assuming what you're doing is I'm gonna be one of those streamers. So what I'm assuming is you have your form, which is probably the HTML. You know, you would think I know how to use. What's up, Sylvie? So I'm assuming you have your form, which is the HTML. And then, which then communicates with it. Well, your functions are in the JavaScript. And then that all writes to the database, which is obviously MongoDB. Am I assuming correctly? So you go form the functions for the form and then right into the database. So you're just right now you just have 3 boxes, but the boxes aren't connected correctly. Is basically what you're saying. Why do you have functions split between 2 JS files? Like, is there a reason for it? Yeah, so Sylvie, he's using HTML or yeah, Muffins is using HTML. And then using JavaScript to write to MongoDB. But it's all raw. It's all raw HTML and JS, which makes it super fun. Object-oriented code. Server is the only one that has the Mongo key. Oh, so you're basically trying to protect your Mongo key from the client. Because if that's the case, holy crap, I feel for you. Because I'm having to do the same thing with Apple Music. Which is annoying as hell. Which I still need to finish. I paid for the damn dev account. God dang it. So Apple Music does the same damn thing. So in order to pull from Apple Music's API, I have to basically take, so God dang it. So Apple Music API. So that's their API. Then in order to call from this, I need a dev key. So I don't want the dev key to be exposed on the client because obviously I pay for that dev key. So in order to do that, I now have to run, which is so, I hate it so much. I now have to run my own API. So I have to run my own API to hide the dev key on the server, to call from the Apple Music API to use the dev key, and then I can deliver it to the front end or to the client. Which is what it sounds like you're trying to do, in a sense. Am I correct? That's why you split between the two JS. So in other words, you're trying to run a back end and a front end. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. You want nothing on the client front end that should be protected or anything. Even if it shouldn't be protected, still, like Sylvie said, database stuff should always be server side. I think he's using, I think Muffins is using plain JS. I could be wrong. But I think Muffins said plain JS and HTML. Because I could help direct better with a framework. Yeah. Or just go to TypeScript. Have fun in the pain. If you're gonna make your life difficult, go all the way. But yeah, I figured this is what, because I'm like, it shouldn't be that, like, you shouldn't be having that much issue. But if you're doing a server, Ah, I see. So see that I'm learning something too. So what Sylvia's saying is if you use MJS, it acts as sort of like the frameworks do. Am I correct in that? So like instead of using Next.js or whatever. Yeah. Figured it wasn't dead on correct, but I figured it was close. But yeah, I could see where that's a pain because what you're essentially doing is you're essentially building a back end and a front end. So technically, what you're needing, eh, I just go TypeScript. I like pain though, for some odd reason. So what you're basically needing is you're needing. I know that. Whatever. Just seeing if you were paying attention. That's all. So what you're needing is your back end, which is basically your JS functions there, and you need, and you're having that JS talk to your MongoDB. So your other, so you got your back end, but to protect your key, see, I'm not seeing where the other layer is coming in. Because if you're running your back end on the server side, am I wrong in thinking that you should just be able to do your client side here and you wouldn't need the extra functions? Or am I wrong on that? Because what it sounds like you have all like instead of the back end, you have the client and database talking to each other. So I guess right. Well, I guess the second one would be what the client JS. So the functions on the client side. So client functions, which would be JS. Oh, okay. And then your HTML form, which is the client. So this is basically what we're looking at, right? Your back end to access your database and save, the client functions to communicate with the back end, and then the HTML form that the client sees. Yeah, I'm doing guesswork here. Mm. Gotcha. So client logs in, form sends to client JS. That sends that data object to the backend JS to pull from the database, and these two should match. As long as they match, client logs in. Otherwise, it rejects it. So I guess my question would be, where exactly is it breaking? Yeah, Sylvie. See, Sylvie knows Stack Overflow. Okay, so what happens when you send the data? So this is what I would do. I would start at your client, right? I would start at your HTML form, and I would dump this in the console and make sure the data being sent is correct. And I would check each console to make sure that. Gotcha. Mm. Because, yeah, one thing I've learned in my coding journeys is you start at one point and console log is your best friend. Because as long as you can dump the data into the console and you see that it's returning correctly, you know the issue doesn't lie in your client. And you move on to the, so on and so forth. Error signing up, type error, cannot create property, status code on number 400. Yep, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, Sylvia will get you hooked up. Dude, that's what we do. We help each other out around here. Is it crazy though that I can draw out how this works? Because I've done enough of this bullcrap now that I'm just like, oh, I can tell you exactly how you're doing this from the way you described it to me. Ay, it's so sad. The 1998 way. You make that sound like so long ago, Sylvie. Also 1998 of you. My God. I got you. I got you. I mean, is it a lot? I mean, You could paste it in the chat. Oh, I thought y'all had punch cards, Randy. I thought y'all stored everything on punch cards. I mean, yeah. JSON stringified data. I mean, that doesn't look wrong unless your path is wrong. Or the function on the server is wrong. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so yeah, see, I was right. Okay. I was like, that looks right there. The only way I could see it being wrong is if the path was wrong, but everything looked good. So yeah, like Sylvie said, it's at the West body email. Yeah. We having a coding class today, y'all. Register constant existing user. Collection find one. Email data dot email. If existing user. Return status 400. Well, if you're returning status 400 on your cannot create property. Yeah, and Muffins is getting a type error, cannot create property status code on number 400. So that's what I'm like. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That one I can't answer. Muffin's getting a stream dedicated to him today. No, get through this. Get through this class. All right. I got you. Give me a sec. Yeah, there we go. Hey, data.email is available on GoDaddy auctions. Okay. Inspect. Network. Here we go. Oh, you can print the console for some reason, like some way. How are you returning your information in? Well, I guess you're on the client side right now. People moving my stuff. People moving my stuff. I see y'all button pushers. But yeah, anyway, you need the network tab here. Was not. It's like literally like right there. Here, I'll make it bigger. There you go. Is that better? So yeah, network tab for this, console obviously for that. I think you had it right the first time, Randy. Okay, no, I'm gonna never mind. No, whatever. Yes, yes. This is how you do it. You need to go to your page and you need to pull up your DevTools. 100%. This is how you debug stuff. Because if you're running your, let's say you're running your API, right, in your IDE, that's all your console is showing. It's not showing your client side stuff. Well, okay. First off, Sylvie, you're a special case. Well, let's not confuse muffins right now. Let's start muffins off at the beginner stages that I'm still at because I don't get Console Ninja fully. So, but I have sort of started using it. Yes, you can load up your client side. It had me do it. No, I'm not. I'm not that person. I'm not doing it for him. It's a senior project. I'm sorry. There's no way I'm doing a senior project for somebody. I will help them. I will guide them in the right direction. Don't worry, muffins. I don't either. That's the problem. Okay, what are your errors? This is where we start finding the issues. You know, honestly, what we this is next year. Why don't we just like we do collabs with people, right? And we'll just open up the stuff and like it'd be helping people figure out their code. 404 not found, so it's not finding the resource. Is that your main error? Okay. The first one. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, where are we screen sharing at? Bum, bum. I mean, you don't necessarily need headphones. She just wants to be able to see what you're what you've got. She just needs to see what you're talking about, and if you're cool with it, I might just throw it on stream so everybody else sees what we're talking about. So I don't look like a complete idiot over here, just like chilling. Because yeah, being visually seeing it is so much easier than. I gotcha. Yeah, see, this is what I'm gonna. Next year we're just gonna collab and help people with their projects, right? I just laugh at her. She's tried. She has tried. Yeah. Funny stuff. All right. I'm muting and deafening. There we go. What we got? Oh, God. I just want to see that screen. Okay. Yeah, failed to load. Yeah, I'm not Perry. This looks nice though. I only see the index.css. Okay. I'm not seeing anything on the network side. No, you're good. There we go. I was like, I kept hearing myself echo. There, I got that fixed. Can I not? Why does Discord not let me make screens bigger? I don't want to see all this. I just want to see this. No, you're good. You're good. It's just Discord being Discord. I'm complaining about how Discord looks. Request.body, are you saying that in the form itself or in the form handler? Ah, I see. Form data. Yeah. So where you have constant form data right there, right under it, do console. Or you have. We want the first one or the second one. I'm confused. Hold on. Let me look. Where's Yeah, I guess on both, right? Log in and register. Yeah, I see. So the form data, put it before const data right there. So right after form data. Hotkeys. Hotkeys. Don't worry, I don't use them either. So Sylvie does this full time, so she knows all the hotkeys. I see some network things going on. You know what you should do, Sylvie? Get you a twiddler and then learn all the hotkeys. So look in your console and see what was returned when you submitted. The filter, but fetch. Yeah, so the fetch slash XHR. Instead of having all your network stuff, just that. No, just listen to Sylvie. Don't listen to me. You're good. Click that to filter. Because right now it's getting all the stuff. There you go. The login 404 on the fetch. Not found. Yeah, you can do it. You can put it at the bottom too. That's what I do. It's wherever you want it, but request method post. So is powered by Express. User not found. Yep. Respoting. I love typos and with TTS. It's great. What's up, Ricey? How are you? Thank you for the lurk. No, you're good. It's just funny, like to hear it say out the typos. It's great. It makes me laugh. So it's all right. Register says internal server error. So yee. So now, do you have a console up right now for your Express server running? I see output, but I don't see. Oh, terminal. What's under terminal? Oh, so where are you running the server locally right now through the IDE or you're paying for a Mongo server? Okay, but you're okay. Trying to think how to phrase this. So is the server express code that you're dealing with currently running on the Mongo server, or is it running locally right now for you testing this? Yeah, so yeah, console log the data. Um yeah, that's what I'm saying. So whenever you run the client stuff, you should be getting some server stuff in your console as well on the server side, which I think is what Sylvie's wanting you to do. No, do you want the data before the email and password, right? I would assume because you want to see what's hitting data. Correct dot body. Error signing up, type error. The first argument must be a type of string or an instance buffer, array buffer, or array, like object. Received null. That's a big error right there. Oh god. Hmm. Okay, gotcha. So just see what's coming in on the request body and then go from there. That makes sense. We's learning stuff today, folks. Dude, it's been a while since I've stared at code. I got Yeah. And honestly, I would advise against. I used to be a big pluser, but I would highly advise against using pluses and just escaping sequences instead, or whatever the proper terminology for it is. Because I used to use pluses in C sharp all the time, and now I'm like, I'll do it the other way. Yeah, format strings. There we go. Yeah, that stuff. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Muffins.
New subscription received. Dispensing gratitude. Gratitude dispensed.
We would have waited.
Sub hype.
A new subscriber. Come, steel yourself. We are building an army.
No, no worries, Muffins. I appreciate the tier 1 sub. But I was saying we would have waited. It would have been no problem. Yeah, hot reload is nice. I love me my hot reload. I mean, the site looks nice for it being just like HTML and JavaScript. Yeah, NodeMon is nice. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's cool. Like, did you custom build the audio player too? Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I may talk to you about a project that I'm slowly working on. Well, it's the like the Apple Music API, but I'm gonna have to build an entire audio player. Let's see. Add and sets. ENGB News K. I'm trying to remember where. Speaking option. What the heck? How do I check the volume on this again? I don't even remember. Nord voices, locale, speech engines. Voice aliases. There we go. Okay, it is. Okay. It just seemed a little louder than normal. Either way. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program before I got sidetracked. Login is not defined. Form data, that would be index. I got it. With the object.entries form data. Yeah. Yeah, so object.entries and then form data. There you go. I don't know how much you care, but I have autosave turned on Visual Studio Code. I don't hit save, it just autosaves. Registration failed. You got a 500 error because email is null and password is null. Yep. Debug one step at a time. I understand this pain though. It's so like the struggle is real. Add event listeners, submit. Form data, new form data. Register form. I missed that. So you're saying register form? I think you're misreading it because that's register form and camel case. Register form and camel case. I think those match. And then it passes form data. Login form, register form. On this, yes. And that, is that what you're talking about? Also, I think if you double click the highlight one, it should highlight all of them, right? That match. So you'll know if they match regardless. So that's always a good way to see too. Or that works too. So as long as they all highlighted, then they all match. So it's probably the compressed stream that's, yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, so you're good. As long as those match, you're fine. So that's why I like the highlight, because you can't dupe the highlight. So form data.get email and password. So it's not passing the email and password from the form. Yeah, that'll do it. But the quick way is definitely highlighting, and you'll see if you have stuff that doesn't match. Okay, so Aaron log. So I'm wondering if it's something between the HTML and the JavaScript. Because how are you pulling in the data from those? How are you pulling in the data from the form inputs? Because I see you're pulling in email and password, but how are you pulling it from the element? It's the tilde key, but not the tilde key. Well, I guess it is the tilde key technically. Tilde. If I'm looking at the right one, yeah. Yeah, there you go. And then Control plus B will get rid of your run and debug mess on the left. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because you got form data, get email. Yeah, the tilde key is always like console in games. It's the only reason I know what the name of it is. Okay. So add event listener on submit. You're good. All right. So where in this are you pulling? Because I'm seeing you're getting form data, get email and password. Where are these coming from? Okay. New form data, register form. But how are these passing from your form to here? Yeah. Okay. Because I'm wondering with it throwing null if it's even making it from the form into the new form data. Login failed. 404 not found. Email null. Password null. Can you expand those? Click on the little arrow thing and it'll expand it. Not that there's any more information in there, but I'm just curious. Yeah. That's why I'm thinking. I'm thinking because it's returning null and has those, and like you said, same behavior. I'm thinking it's not passing the data from the inputs. I could be wrong, but get element by ID login form. Current target. Object whose event listeners callback is currently being invoked. So I'm assuming current target, the form. Can we log current target to see what it returns? Yeah, that's why I'm struggling too, because I'm like, we can log. Okay, there you go. It's still email. Huh. I'm really wondering if it's actually grabbing the input and sending it. The form box register. Form ID is register form. Register email. Okay. So we're not closed. Password, registered password. And what's the name of your form up top? Is the form register? Registration form. Okay. And then where do you call that again in your JS? Register form equals get element by ID. Ah, so wherever you put entries, it needs to be from entries. So under your object dot entries object, yeah, and see what you get. Did I ever say I hate plain JavaScript? There you go. I never messed with Python. I've deciphered Python, but I've never really actually coded in Python. All right, let's see what happens there. Like, why would you call stuff so similar like that? Like, come on. And the amount of errors. Okay, so there you go. Login email, login password is returning correctly. Okay, so entries from entries is passing correctly, it looks like. I won't. We'll delete the VOD too. No, I'm just kidding. You know, it's always the simple things. Always. Ah, yeah, see. That would make sense. I've been sitting here staring at it all this time, and I'm like, something doesn't look right, but I can't. But I couldn't figure out what I was staring at that didn't look right. Error in registration process, unexpected token. You user registration is not valid, Jason. So you're in a new error, but your form is sending data now. Don't you just love it? You go from one error to the other, but you made progress. So that would be under your registration process. Hey, look, it's literally one of those like once you figure out the one little thing, now the next errors don't seem so bad. It's like, oh, I got over this hump. Now it's like, okay. Now it's like that too. Like, honestly, like, how were you debugging this stuff prior? Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. Like, how were you figuring out where errors were before without console? Like, I'd be lost without some kind of logs. Because even in StreamerBot, like, I opened the log and I put monitoring on in Notepad++. Like, I had. Oh, nice. That's fun. I mean, I can somewhat say the same, minus the help I've gotten. But I mean, aren't we all? Haven't we all gotten help being self-taught? And I don't mind doing this sort of stuff. Like this is like because I've been there. Like I get it. No, I'm whip taught, and Sylvie trying to reshape and mold me from the whipisms or whatever. Whip really tried to get me to be a view boy. I don't know. I like next better. Oh, nice. Google app scripts. No thanks. I hate the APIs. I couldn't even imagine an app script. Bad request. Registration failed. So that's probably wherever that error is throwing is going to be on the server side, I would imagine. Why it's not letting you register. Isn't it fun to like juggle between all the windows too? Like, okay, the error's on the client side. Okay. This is the error I get, but this is a server side error. So now I gotta go look at the server side. It's so much fun. This is why if you code, You have a bajillion like freaking tabs open at all times. Is ridiculous. Unless you're Sylvie and then you just like you know what you're doing, so it's like I don't need tabs. I just need one window and my tools and I'm good. Right? 5 monitors. Yeah, that's painful, muffins. That's I'm not even gonna lie, that's super painful. Because there's just so much that could be wrong. Like, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. You should have said something sooner. Like, honestly. I knew you said you had a project, but you didn't like I didn't realize how much trouble you were having with it. But yeah, one oh, did I? Oh, I've got okay. I did. Never mind. Whatever. So one thing to always remember is when you have your back end, which is always going to be your server side, that's going to have its own console, and anything client side is going to have its own console, which obviously DevTools. Between those two things, no worries, Sylvie. No worries. No, I get it. Like, so for me, like, when when you said senior project, I'm like, I don't really want to be doing it for muffins. But then once you started like saying what the issues were, it's like, oh, like maybe we can get you guided in the right direction because I'm not gonna do anybody's senior project for them. Like, sorry, not happening. But as long as you're learning and understanding which direction you're headed, which you didn't clearly because you didn't know about dev tools. And then, I mean, I'm always down to help somebody with that stuff. That's perfectly fine. Like, and I can't, yeah. I couldn't even imagine suffering without dev tools. I thought I had patience. Ooh, I got a new level of respect for the patience that requires. Oh, I get it. I get it, especially if it's due Friday. Honestly, Randy, let's be honest here. I mean, okay, look, I'm going to say this, and it's probably going to be one of those piss people off for whatever. There's some really good teachers out there that honestly, there's some really good teachers out there that don't get paid what they deserve. But there's some really shitty ass teachers out there that shouldn't be in front of students at all teaching jack shit because they don't do anything. They literally hinder you from the learning in the classroom. I've had teachers like that, and they're the worst thing to encounter. And so I can totally see where a teacher, like, if you get one of those, yeah. I had one of my technology teachers. So all my teachers, yeah, one of my tech teachers. All right, so all of them, once they knew how skilled I was in computers, let me do my own thing. They didn't bother me because I'd always finish the work like the first day. We get like 3 weeks on a damn PowerPoint project, and I'd have it done in a day. just because I knew what I was doing. Well, I had one teacher that wouldn't let me do it. I had to move at the pace of the class. He would get pissed off anytime that I went ahead. And I'm like, but I know this stuff. I don't care. You stay with the class, blah, blah, blah. There are some really shit teachers out there. There really are. So I understand the pain. I do. A listener indicating async response but returning true, but the message channel closed before response was received. I mean, it looks like you're getting somewhere though now. And once you get the functionality down, the only thing I saw aesthetic wise was it looked like, and I don't know if that was just a browser loading error. It looked like your frame didn't fully resize properly at one point. But other than that, it looks great. If you're not burnt out by this, I might probe you on collabing with another music player. Again, it may have just been me. I don't know. Or a browser loading error at the time when I looked. Yeah. It it's such it really is a like not the like popular thing to say either, because teachers really are underpaid and they deal with a lot of shit in the classroom. Don't get me wrong. And I am never going to like undercut any teacher like that. But it's like with any job. There's always there's lazy people in every job, or people that shouldn't be doing the jobs. And there's teachers out there that should not be teaching. Period. But for the most part, I mean, teachers put up with so much shit and they don't get paid enough. But yeah, all it takes is one teacher to cause you like that doesn't care about their job and just throws shit in your lap to make you frustrated and never want to do like whatever you're pursuing. All it takes is one. Yeah. Oh, I'm terrible in math already, and I'll never forget all my math teachers being coaches. So guess what we did? We talked about games and whatever sport they coached. We didn't actually do anything math wise. No, I agree. I agree 110%. 110%. And I think good teachers do. Um, but yeah. Oh, I had awful math teachers. My technology teachers were great. They left me alone, except for the one. Except for the one. Let's see. Constant data requests. Body email, body password. Hash in the password. So what are your errors now? Says button clicked. Bad request. That all looks like server side stuff. So what's the server side errors? Because in your code, you wherever it says register failed or whatever. So user exists. Return status 400, user already exists. But it's not saying that. It just, hold on. Go back to your client, the browser, and see if that error expands. Just out of curiosity. Oh, you've already got it expanded. So it just says bad request. So it's not even throwing your error. It's just saying a bad request. So go back to your handling, your error handling for your register. I'm curious. Very curious. Okay, so database collection, user, if existing user exists, status 400, else user registers successfully, catch error 500. Interesting. So you got, it's not hitting that, it's hitting this, but it's not sending user already exists. Not necessarily, unless I'm wrong. Oh, is it sending to the database properly? Okay. So something's up with the error handling is all. That's true. That's true. I could see that being an issue. Login is not defined. Error in login process, unexpected token. L, logged in is not valid JSON. So in the login handling, did you change that to text as well? Because I know you did it in register, but did you do it in login too? It's got to be on the client side. Response.text. So why is it saying scroll up? Let's see higher up there. Or is that all your form stuff? That's form. Okay. Huh. So where's the login error coming from? Yeah. Are you sure about that webpage? Huh. Or are you saying like manage as in like manage, not like manage as in life? Because some people, Yeah, I was like, okay, manager. That makes more sense. I was like, because if they, I don't know about managing, but yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, login failed. Error in login process. Incorrect password. User not found. Error with login process. What was the error specifically on that client? Error in login process is not valid JSON. Okay, go back to your server. Unexpected token. Syntax error. So that should be your console error with login process. Error in login process. That's weird. One says error in login process, one says error with. Right. How does register look versus login would be my question. Is there any difference? Or did you not save it? That would be a thing too. Welcome user. There you go. Thank you for the alert, webmage. There you go. Look at that. Progress has been made. Progress has been made. Muffins, you didn't have to do that. But thank you. uh, hilarious. Oh, we got to show a dancing video now. I don't even think I. There we go. How's it feel to be through the air? And thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You did not have to do that. I figured. I figured. You did not have to get those subs. I appreciate it though. I'm happy to help where I can. Like, seriously. I'll take credit because Sylvie walked away. Oh. So yeah. Was that all you needed help with? Was getting through that portion of the of it? Oh, I got you. I understand. I totally get it. Yeah, your is logged in function needs to be fixed too. Wherever you're using the JSON, it probably needs to be changed to text. Oh yay, the ants. So yeah, you just need to go through and I gotcha. Well, I mean, since you know what it is, right? But yeah. Yeah, and feel free to ask in the Discord too. Like if one of us is of like free to help, we will. It's not a that's not a huge issue. I don't promise speedy responses. Yeah, that's the big thing. Debugging is 100% like a skill set you must have when coding. Like if you don't know how to debug, you will be crying. Like that's just how it goes. Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah. Also, again, this right here, if you put, I can't remember how it is specifically in JavaScript, but I know with like C sharp, if you put the dollar sign in front of that and then you put brackets around that, you can like literally put all that together as one and it will read the variable in the bracket. So you don't have to worry about these plus symbols. It makes it much easier to deal with URL and variables stuff than it is to try to figure out how many spaces and plus symbols you need. No, I get it. I get it. This is more of a just like a, quality of life thing for you is all, cuz I think I saw one of your portions of code had the plus in it. That just makes handling it so much easier. I boycotted it for a while on principle, but now that I'm going because I just didn't want to change it. But now that I go back in my old code, I'm like, shit, I wish I had done all that. So now I'm doing it all in my new code because I absolutely I don't know why, but this right here makes it so much harder to like figure shit out when you go back and trying to remember it. Like, how did I do that? Ah, gotcha. I don't even think you. I think with every language though, you can get rid of the pluses. I don't know. Sylvie would know better about that. I just like she knows Java way better than I do. I don't know Java at all. He keeps trying to wrangle me into learning Java, and then is trying to get me to learn too because they want to do a new another Minecraft um server thing, and I'm like, y'all gonna make me learn Java, aren't you? That's what's gonna happen. But yeah, this looks nice. It really does. Would you I guess this is all HTML though. What do you on what we're talking about doing? So people don't have to download mods? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, CodePen has some nice stuff. Oh, yeah, because we were talking about. No, I remember like Sylvia and I were talking about because I had that idea to do in Minecraft, but I was hoping to build something that was all mod on the server side, so clients didn't have to download mods. But that requires me learning Java and having a bunch of time. I would love to do that, but see, there's multiple things that need to happen. One, we all kind of need to come up with um a good theme or whatever. What I would love is to figure out. Oh my god. Oh, it's all a learning experience, muffins. Always. What's up, Perry? How are you? Hey, just in case anybody missed it, Perry made an announcement the other night. Perry is now a Scum streamer. He gave up Rust for Scum. I had to say I was proud of him. What do you mean that'll never happen? I specifically remember you saying you were a Scum streamer now, and that Scum was way better than Rust. Ah, no earwax. Yeah, yeah. He all had a partner in his stream and everything, and teaching him how to play Scum, and he was like, "This game's great." Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so my whole goal is I'm gonna have to take the Apple Music JS and build it into a player because it has to be a built out player to use the Apple Music API. And then I'm gonna take what I'm building out and integrate it into that to grab albums and stuff. It just sucks because it costs, money for the key, but whatever. I'll charge Perry for access and, I'll make my money back. Anyway. Also, Perry, while you're here, okay, first off, Perry, one, Nutty made a widget. Do you know what a widget is? You know what a widget is, right? And I'm gonna be honest, I hate this argument that somebody else did it, so you can't do it. No, it works with cider. You have to have cider in order to do it. And it has WebSocket. It has WebSocket, yes, but what I'm working on is the same thing. I didn't start it with Scum. You're the one that said you were a Scum streamer. Anyway, no, the point of the matter is, yes, he built a widget. I'm planning on building a player that works for Apple Music and for StreamerBot, not a widget. Although you could use the widget or whatever. I've worked on some of the back end for it. I just haven't gotten Super far. Well, whatever. I use Apple Music because it integrates into my whole ecosystem. So, like, I don't, all my music on my phone, so this is why I like Apple Music because I have an iPhone, right? So, all the music on my phone that I've bought over the years is all in my playlists and it's all right there available to me. And Apple Music integrates right into my actual library of music. So there's no need for me to have another app to play anything else with having Apple Music. So there's really no reason for me to do Spotify because I mean it just doesn't make sense for me. And I can as long as I'm on Apple Music, I can download as many songs into my library as I want to, and it's all integrated together. So, but yes, Cider is a thing, and Nutty did make a widget for Cider that works with Apple Music. I want to build out. I was trying to do something with the Apple Music API. The problem is, so I don't think you were here for this one. So the problem is, oh, I erased it. So, Perry, this is the issue like with Apple. So this is the Apple Music API, right? That you want to use. So Apple has their API, right, for you to access the Apple Music data. In order to access that, you need a dev key, right? Like, yes, it is BS and it costs $99 for a year for a key. The problem is you can't leak that key, right? So, but in order to access their API, you need that key. So now what I'm having to do is on the back end build my own API that takes the key, does the request on the server side, sends it with the dev key to Apple Music API, and then returns it all the way to the client. So instead of like with everything else with APIs, me going from their API to the front end, I have to their API with the dev key with my own API and then deliver it to the client. So I'm having to build an entire backend that matches their API. So you get all the same data, you get all the same errors using my dev key I pay for to access the API to go to my front end client. Then once that front end client is able to access that, then I have to use their player JavaScript library and build out an actual web player because Apple does not allow you to take native control over iTunes player except on the Mac OS system. So anything Windows wise, you have to build out your whole apps. You have to use an entire like web app. So instead of just making it a Mac OS thing, I build out an entire player on the front end that does all this. And I host my API. And eventually, what I'd like to do is you connect your Twitch to auth. So you auth with my API with a key with your Twitch, and you're allowed to use my dev key. And if you abuse it, then I can revoke your access to my API and you no longer have access, but everybody else has access. Eventually it's going to get there. It's just going to take time. Probably one of the longest projects and biggest projects I'm working on. It's going to be fun. And yes, I am stupid. I did pay the $99 for the dev key. But you know, why not? Because it's fun. Anyway. And what are you trying to figure out, Muffins? I'm sorry. Trying to think about how to fix it to fix is logged in. Global logged in variable is messy. You would you would probably just need the status. So you would just need to return to the client and store locally. Like maybe, I don't know. This Sylvie's probably gonna come back and yell at me for saying local storage, but that's the only thing I can think of. Because once you return is logged in should store that client side somehow, like cookie or local storage wise, so that the session is logged in and they have access. Is how I'm envisioning it. But maybe not the best person to ask on that. Sylvie was probably the better person. Oh, also Perry, when are you wanting to do Valheim? Do I need to build out a server for it or what? And also, are we doing push to talk, or do I need to have a deafen button prepared? No worries, you're good. Sylvie's the better person to ask on the logged in is logged in. Everything is returning correctly, Sylvie. We got it all figured out. Um, the only thing that we were discussing now, I think, was how to handle is logged in, and I was thinking once is logged in is returned as true, then on the client side, it just needs to be stored in like the session needs to be stored in like cookies or local storage or something, right? I'm just not sure the best way to handle that. But the client should basically know it's logged in. Yeah, okay. See, I was at least on the right path. I wasn't 100% certain. Because I know people say stay away from local storage. So I wasn't sure if I was giving the right advice or not. Look, I just fake it till I make it here. And somehow I survive. Ignore the WebMD for the stop using JSON Web Tokens videos. There you go. Sylvie's got your link. Ignore the naysayers. You know what's funny? I was gonna say I was actually contemplating playing Scum tonight. Because I actually was not like I actually kinda liked it. Not gonna lie. But instead we're just sitting here doing coding lessons. Yeah, there you go. See, like I said, Sylvie's the person should we work on my OAuth too while we're at it? Or it's getting late. I have to figure out why my OAuth is broken. Damn it. I just haven't been motivated to do it. Look at Muffins over here motivating us. I feel like if I had deadlines, I would... See, this is why I need to self-impose deadlines. Because then I get stuff done. I say that, but I procrastinate and move the deadline. Right. What do you mean I need to get to bed early? I don't go to bed early. Only time I go to bed early is if I have a meeting the next day. Which, speaking of what, no, that's next week, I think. Like, ooh. Had me double checking there. But yeah, Muffins, all like feel free to ask in the Discord anytime you're having issues like this. It's not a huge deal. I have a dev corner in there for showing off what you're working on or asking questions or whatever. It's perfectly fine. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I need to figure out why my OAuth isn't working, and I need to figure out all the React hooks in StreamerBot for StreamerBot client. The computational neuroscience. Now I'm scared. This is where I exit the screen share. Ugh. Y'all making me feel dumb now, okay? All right, if are we good? Are we done on this? Oh, not that I mind working on it. I just okay. All right. I didn't want to be rude, but at the same time, like I didn't want to hog your whatever you doing on your computer thing. Gotcha. Yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, this right here, DevTools, that'll save you a load of pain. Load of pain. All right, so of course, of course. Look, I know what it's like learning. Trust me, I get it. And whenever you can get Sylvie's help, always like make time to get Sylvie's help because you will learn plenty. Aren't British. Just blame TD. That's what we do. Be like, nah, TD's British. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Oh, anyway. Anyways. I guess that's acceptable. I guess that's acceptable. All right, so while everybody's here, what ideas we got for Minecraft? Y'all talking about a Minecraft server. I need ideas. I don't do well with no ideas. Right? Like, why do you need extra letters to spell words? It seems like too much effort. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyways, leave it to my mods to troll. Leave it to my mods to troll. Anyway, so any ideas on the Minecraft like thing? You know, not like me up here in the top right. I mean, I can, I can be all over the place. I put myself back in the. Yeah, we're good. Like some days I go, I should give mods more buttons, and then and then there's other days I'm like, I really shouldn't give mods more buttons. Anyways, Sylvie, how much updating would the SMP need? Oh, gotcha. I figured. So it was discussed prior. It was discussed previously, and I don't know if you were here for it, about doing another Minecraft server, which I'm down for. However, I want to do something unique, and I want it to be fun. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think so. What do you mean mod? Like modded as in custom, or modded as in we download mods? I'm assuming you mean custom. Okay. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'm cool with whatever. My thought process is I want to do something unique. I want to do something that we can garner enough interest in to do a seasonal thing. If that makes sense. Like I know nobody was told me at one point about the Rats SMP where they're all like really small and in the house and get caught by the NPCs and stuff like that, which I thought was cool and unique. I mean, that's a. I mean, yeah, we could do that, yeah. Cause yeah, I'm thinking like something RP wise. Cause I know we discussed a GTA like 5M server. Oh, nothing. The dogs were getting into stuff. I was looking back to yell at them. One of the dogs hopped in the tub. Y'all are some dirty mind. Whatever. Anyway. Um. Anyways. Yeah. I mean, I guess the isekai thing. Yeah, we could do that. I'm just thinking something that. Oh, don't remind me about the RAM. Oh my god. How was the AMD not like board not overheating and shut down, but the fucking Intel? No, yeah, anyway. Um, I think it's just because I have shit fans in this one. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I want to do another Minecraft server. I want to get him like, I want to do something that people will be happy to be a part of and do a seasonal thing, but also do um I guess like maybe storyline RP content. Like I'm not really certain. I'm just trying to get ideas and everybody's putting it on me for ideas. I'm not getting ideas. And y'all killing me. Y'all are killing me. Yeah, I feel like you showed me your build and I'm like, oh my god. You know, Randy, this is why I'm okay with it taking you to the wither, okay? This right here, for this very moment, because you have no ideas. Part of the storyline, Randy goes back to the wither. Anyway, anyway, okay. Uh True. Okay. Yeah, I guess. True. You know, my only problem with that is Nintendo. Nintendo like to come after anybody that does anything that looks or resembles anything they do. But that's actually pretty cool. Still wondering how that Power World lawsuit is panning out. Um yeah, like this guy thing like we could I mean, I'd be right, and that makes sense. But I also feel like it has to be. Oh, is it? Nice. Probably 5M. Or is it a GTA mod that has Pokemon in it? That's what it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But well, you can't. I feel like it's wrong to copyright mechanics because that's all they really have on it is mechanics. Because it's a totally different game than Pokemon. None of the names are copied. You know, there's some, you know, resemblance to certain Pokemon. Okay. I'm timing. 1 second. Anyway. Yeah, the yeah, it's stupid with some of the shit that gets copyrighted. It's like, really? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so that's my issue. I want something. I want something that's gimmicky enough that people will watch it, but I don't want it so gimmicky it takes away from the gameplay, if that makes sense. So like Rats SMP is gimmicky, but doesn't. Yeah, like I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but yes, it felt like it wasn't unique enough. And I'm not saying I expect in the first season of it to do, you know, huge numbers by no means. But I'm thinking if it's unique enough, yeah, that for somebody that's the first time actually sat down and played Minecraft, like and legit actually played it, no judgment, just playing it and trying to give it a fair shot. It if it hadn't have been for the few people that were there where we did the whole bankers repossessing the mansions and stuff, if it weren't for those like pop-up um impromptu like RP things that we did, it probably would have ruined Minecraft for me, to be completely honest. Because yeah, the Ender Dragon being done that fast, it was fantastic. It was wonderful. Like that's the kind of stuff I want to do. Like I think that would be fun. Like, and it was so funny as how impromptu that was. We none of us planned that out. It was just like, oh hey yes, and he started BSing, so I started BSing back, and it just turned into this whole thing. Oh no, after it got ruined, like and it kind of like died off, like me and Randy played a while. I think Webmage too for a little bit. Where we were just hopping on and just playing. We weren't really actually doing anything SMP wise. Yeah, which is fine. Everybody has a life. Like I could sit down now and play Minecraft and be fine. Now that I kind of know. Um there was a lot of situations that rubbed me the wrong way, but there were a lot of situations that made it fun too. That's why I didn't completely abandon. Like if that makes any sense. Yeah, yeah. And that's where like I don't mind helping Sylvie. I just don't know like Java. That's my problem. But I may just pull out the Blade server and just host the server on it. I've been contemplating that, to be honest. we'd have like tons of RAM and shit to build it out. Yeah, I mean, well, it's one of those like, if we're gonna do it, do we want to like revamp the Descent SMP, or just we want to just do something totally different? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like you said, Descent wasn't like unique enough. So what could we do that's unique that's not gonna be viewed as copying somebody else? That's my big thing. Like, what would be unique enough that would make you go, "Oh, I want to watch this. This looks cool." Or I want to join this. This would be fun to be a part of. But also doesn't go scream like, "Oh, they just copied so and so's SMP." Like, that's kind of like where my thought process is on it. Ants SMP. Honestly, though, might actually be onto something. Maybe I don't know how feasible it is, but literally, what if it took like we were the size of ants out in the yard? Like, I'm just saying. Yeah, I enjoy. I mean, I enjoy trying to make my back cave for a little bit until I kept getting lost, getting down there and back up. But yeah, like I don't know, like a Bug's Life or something like, or Grounded in Minecraft, where your bugs outside, like the size of bugs outside. I don't know, just throwing ideas out. Yeah, like, and this is why I want ideas, because if we put like if we can put some ideas in the Discord, Sylvie would be the one that could tell us whether it's feasible or not. Because I can come up with ideas all day long, whether they're good or bad. But whether Sylvie's like, yeah, we can make that work, or, oh, are you fucking crazy, is two totally different things. So that's kind of why I'm like, the more ideas we have, the better. And if we all like something, then Sylvie can say yay or nay on it, and we can go from there. Because again, I don't know Java, so I can only do so much. I can only do so much. I can maintain the server. That's not a problem. And hell, if I got to. Well, also, if I need to. Oh, yeah, and if I need to upgrade the internet here too to the 1 gig, I can too. That won't be an issue. I've been meaning to do it anyway. It's only like $10 more a month. But yeah, I think with the ideas, we just got to figure out what would. Oh, like somebody did like Civilization in Minecraft. Yeah, I also know we can't do anything large scale like that. This community is just not big enough. If it was, holy shit, I don't know what I would do with myself. You're good, Sylvie. You know I don't care. But yeah, Sylvie does a lot of stuff with Ish. Yeah, see, I wouldn't know what to do. First off, I probably wouldn't have a job because that would be a full-time job in itself. Second off, second off, yeah, I don't know. Like even when Perry raided me the other night with like 7 people or whatever, like I was like, okay, this is way too many people in my channel right now. Like this is not like, why are people finding me? Yeah, it was 67. Haha, the rotator said it. I don't like it. But yeah, I couldn't imagine having like 10K applicants coming in for like doing stuff. Hell, I can't even imagine like 10 applicants coming in to do an event. And you know what? Actually, I just thought about that. Did Perry leave? He never answered my question. I'll yell at him later. He didn't answer the most important questions I asked him. Because he said something about doing Valheim, and I'm like, when are we doing that? And he ignored me. This guy. This guy. Yeah, I asked him 2 questions. When are we? Well, I asked him 3 technically. I said, when are we doing Valheim? Do I need to host a server for it? And do I need to have a deafen button ready, or are we using push to talk? And he ignored all those on purpose. I know he did. Dang it. That's all right. I'll ask him on his stream. And he'll just be like, shut up. Silly ads about to pop up, but yeah, that's true. I always forget every time I stream with him. I'm like, I need a deafen button. That's actually the one thing I miss about the Go XLR. The fact that I could take Discord off a stream. Although I need to test out the Rode stuff because apparently Rode has implemented, well, Rode's apparently implemented sound cards now. Yeah, I may need to invest in another. I might be able to do it with my Rodecaster now because they did implement sound cards now. Pawnee was informing me about it that I had missed it, so I need to see how that works. Because that was the cool thing about the Go XLR. You could hit a button and it would send it to stream, and then you could hit the same button and it would only send it to your headphones but not to stream. That was probably like the one nice thing about that mixer that I really enjoyed. Good old ads. Or you know what? I could just become a scum streamer and drag Perry into scum with me. There you go. Oh, are you really sending the whole damn thing? Why not just put it on GitHub? Oh, really? Even with a pro? Damn. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Or Cloudflare R2 bucket. I think that's what I did for the resources for a little bit. Cloudflare's free too. Okay, no worries. Good night, nobody. Thanks for hanging out. We will still brainstorm, try to figure stuff out. Oh, dance. All right. Yay, ad's over. Oh, I think Muffins was saying goodnight to nobody. Huh. I think that's what was going on. Nobody was saying goodnight. Anyway, um, any other ideas? um, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure really what ideas I have. I mean, the Sky idea, but that would be wholly like everybody on board the RP. Oh no, you're good. Oh, which on the other hand, we need to figure out when we're gonna do that too. Sylvie, when's a good time for you? Let's see, tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I should be fine with that. We should probably like pick a like day. So if we did like a movie night, and I'm thinking more for next year, right? So if we did like a movie slash anime night or whatever we want to do. Should we just start it off on like a once a month sort of deal? Or like a weekly basis? Yeah, that would work. Cause I know a bunch of I know a bunch of streamers that do it and they do it on a weekly basis, but I feel like I don't know, I feel like that would be too much for me to like commit to right now. But also y'all can run movie nights anytime, like even with or without me. I don't care. Um but yeah, bi-weekly would work too. I just feel like weekly would be a huge like commitment right off the bat. That's why I was thinking like once a month or yeah, bi-weekly would probably be. And then those random special occasions like on Thanksgiving when Randy and I were chilling watching the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. But yeah, I'm good for tomorrow. Oh, good God. Oh, it's zipped into like, oh my God. Okay. Okay. I see. I see. Nice. Also, another thing I want to do, and I probably want to start working on that soon, is I want to redo stream again. I actually want to get some gold bars and stuff up. I think I want to start setting like, should I do like daily or monthly goals for like subs, that sort of stuff? Monthly. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Yeah, see, I might need help with that honestly. It depends, do like cuz part of me wants to build out all the overlays still in Next.js, but I don't know I don't know how to properly handle all the hooks and stuff for the streamer bot client. So the other part of me is like maybe I should just redo it with a bunch of browser source overlays again. But then things get messy. Like if y'all saw my OBS. But then again, I've seen messier OBSs, so I don't know. So that's why I've put it off. But I want to get like I want to get the gold bars with like some goals. Um I'm not saying I want to head towards the like getting to partner, but I would actually like to start heading in the direction of getting more people here, building the community more. Yeah, that's a big thing too. Right, and that's why I'm not saying I want to go for partner. I guess what I want to say is I want streaming and content creation to be more than just a hobby. Um I actually would like some income coming from it because it would help alleviate stuff. So I next this next year I want to work more towards that. But I also know I need some call to action stuff, because not that I'm trying to put pressure on anybody, but I also know having like some data on screen saying, "Hey, this is my goal for the month. This is where we're at." That gives people a little more of inclination to help out than it does with me not having anything up. So that's kind of where I'm thinking like I need to put some UI elements up and some goals. And then like I said last time too, I want to get the Discord like actually like having some stuff going on in it. Getting to the point where we can schedule some small events like some Among Us events and things like that. So just kind of stuff I've been thinking about that I've been kind of leaning towards wanting to do. Perry was actually kind enough to introduce me to powder.gg, which is very nice. It's muffins, I don't know how much you stream, but if you want to check that out, it connects to your Twitch, it downloads your VODs, and then it uses local AI to scan for clips that you can use and share out on different, like on YouTube, TikTok, that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna start doing more of that. I've actually got that, and I gotta go start going through school. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I was so powder.gg. So I've used a bunch of the different websites and stuff. This actually downloads local. Now don't make my mistake when if you download this. Don't try to process every VOD. Do one at a time. So when you first connect and it downloads all your VODs, it's going to take forever to process through. But once you get through them, then it's the latest VOD. You just process it. But if you try to process them all at one time, yeah, you'll quickly see. Yeah, I mean, he makes staying at the base entertaining sometimes. Really? Powder.gg? Yeah, I don't know. See, my problem is just finding the time between everything going on. So, like, I figured, hey, this will help out, because I was looking through some of the other websites that did it, and they would actually pull some really good stuff. But the problem was it always cost money. Okay. Okay. Fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yes, no, I plan on doing IRL content and stuff. Oh, yeah, it's probably Brave. Brave probably hates the website. I like my Vivaldi. My Vivaldi is my browser now for the most part. I'm still trying to break the habit of using Chrome, but I just love Vivaldi for like the workspaces. The workspaces alone just freaking is amazing. I can swap between my workspaces, and I love it. So if I'm working on one project, I can leave all those tabs open, make that a workspace, Then if I do a different project, I can flip over to that. Yeah, the workspaces in Vivaldi just that's what I really like about Vivaldi. But anyways, um, yeah, I'm getting. I've got a bunch of stuff to do IRL stuff now. Not IRL streams, but I can definitely do. I've got one more camera on the way. I see that. So fourth wall is probably going to start getting content. We got to figure out what content, but it's going to start getting content. I'm going to start trying to give my YouTube loving again. And then obviously we'll have our streams. I really want to start planning out streams. I want to start planning out some games to play through. Maybe a night of like playing games, a night of coding, and then maybe a night of collab. If I can work it out to do that, I'm not really 100% certain. I'm gonna have to figure out what works best. And if we pull up, we do a whole new SMP thing. If I have to add another stream for that, we can do that too. But yeah, if anybody has ideas for the SMP stuff, by all means, please, ideas. I can't be the only idea person here. There has to be others. Has to be others. And also, I'm considering. I need to find people that want I need to find like a person or another person that wants to like talk politics with me. And just so I can just do that podcast style. And just do like either a weekly or monthly podcast. Did you expect Perry to back up anything? No, you're good. You're good, Muffins. I get it. Oh, gotcha. No, Muffins is okay. So all the like my thought process and what we're kind of talking about here. This isn't a next 2 weeks sort of deal. This is like next year sort of stuff. This is I've kind of like kind of done what I want on stream, and it's been like a hobby, and I code here and there and all that. Next year I really want to take streaming a little more seriously. In the fact of I want to push out content. I want to actually try to drive people here because so on one hand, yes, it would be nice to make some money off of this. Like we can sit here and talk, crap about Perry and all that, and whatever, and his chat makes it entertaining. But Perry makes money, so I can't deny that. And while yes, it would be nice to make money, on one hand, the other hand is, I really do enjoy hanging out with y'all and making content. and I want to push myself to actually try to put forth the effort to grow the community like I think we can grow it, if that makes sense. I think with the people here, we could build some really cool events and do some really cool stuff that would bring people in to want to hang out and to be a part of events and stuff. So that's kind of like where I'm looking at next year going, okay, these are things I want to like look and do. Like I spent money I shouldn't have. Let's put it that way. On stuff for IRL content. Cuz I'm not one that's like, "Oh, I got to be behind a VTuber." Like no, like I'm probably going to do like some behind the scenes like content for like fourth wall under memberships. Um Even considering like I'm really trying to start pushing myself to work out, even considering like documenting that, like my journey and just see where things go. So these are really just ideas to look forward to doing next year. But not New Year's resolutions. Oh no, I get it. Yeah, I mean we could. I've considered starting a walking like vlog. Like just going and walking in my neighborhood and just like talking to the camera while I walk and then uploading it. No worries, you're good. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. We will discuss it more. I was getting ready. I was really I'm slowly rolling to the end here anyway cuz I have work tomorrow as well. Um yeah, I'm trying to get myself back into synth riders. Um when I was doing it, I would originally I could go like what were our streams like 4.5 hours, something like that, doing synth riders before the headset died. Now I go 30 minutes. Um, Now after like 30 minutes, I die. My headset keeps going. I'm the one dead. Yeah, I real like I need to like that's the thing. I want to start documenting stuff. I want to start documenting like planning content out and documenting what content I want to do. Scheduling out content to go out. I want to like actually hold myself accountable for like trying to lose weight and stuff like that. So I think the stuff that would be fun to do and not fun to do at the same time. Um but I think it would be a great way to like one interact with the community more and two grow the community as a whole as well. Not saying my end goal is to own a gym or anything, but it is to be a little slimmer. But I also want to get to the point where, you know, I have, the ability to finally get back out on my own too, instead of living with other people and having roommates. So I can really take streams to where I know the level they could go with the creativity that I have that I could do in OBS or other programs to make unique, fun streams. And hell, if you honestly, Muffins, if you had a smart scale with like access like the data, you could probably even with StreamerBot pull in like your actual like data from your equipment. Other things I've looked at too. But again, right now, just ideas. If anybody has any others, I'm all open for it. Discord's open for it. Like I know we enjoy talking politics every once in a while here, but it's more of a spontaneous thing. I've considered, maybe even starting a political podcast. I don't know. Like again, ideas, but I don't know what's going to work. It's going to be trying to see what works and see what happens. But I feel like this stream and this community could grow. And it's just a matter of me putting forth a little more effort than just hitting go live. And I know that. I've known that for a long time. I just enjoy hanging out with y'all. He finds me. But